Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches. How are you doing today? This is FlossTube 21, I believe. I forgot to look at my book. It is June 1st, 2021, and yesterday was Memorial Day, and I hope everyone had a good weekend honoring those who have given their lives for our freedom here in the U.S. I have my dad and my two grandfathers were both in the military. Thankfully, they all three made it back, or else I wouldn't be sitting here today. And so, anyway, I am grateful. I was actually born on Memorial Day, back when Memorial Day was actually on May 30th and not on the last Monday in May. And so my dad always refers to me as his Memorial Day baby. So anyway, there we go. I hope everyone had a great weekend. My husband was off. The student's last day was Friday. He was off yesterday, but he has to go in today to do records. So he is there today doing the thing he hates the most, and that is book work. He became a teacher because he did not want to do book work every day. And there you go. Then we had No Child Left Behind and all that kind of stuff, and now I think he does more paperwork than teaching. But he loves teaching. He's always loved teaching. And so even before he became a teacher, he loved teaching. And he loves science, which is just weird. But anyway, I do not have my contacts in today, so I may be a little squinty. I need to go get a new prescription. And I forgot to set up an appointment, so I am filming blind right now. Anyway, I did not get a lot of stitching done. We had a great weekend for my birthday, and Friday was the 3rd anniversary of my mom's passing, and so my husband and I went out to eat and just kind of chilled at home, and I didn't pick up much stitching. We are doing a Eat Through the Alphabet challenge, my husband and I, and so every other week, usually, we started at the beginning of the year and we kind of faltered for a while, so we're only on the letter G. So we went to Grub Burgers, which was really, really good. That's the one thing bad about forcing yourself to eat through the alphabet. When you find something you really, really like, you want to go back, but you got to stick to the plan. So we did the letter G Friday, and we enjoyed it. We're trying to try a new restaurant since we are back in town after a 14-year absence, and you know, there's a lot of new restaurants that opened up in that time. So we did that, and then Saturday we took a road trip up Highway 90 from Scott, Louisiana to Lake Charles, and stopped at my dad's store in Lake Charles. He has one here in Lafayette, which I did not take a picture of, but I did finish up by taking a picture in front of our Lake Charles store. And then we took the interstate down. Luckily there were no wrecks, but it was pouring. And we took the interstate down, we came home, and we went out to eat, and, you know, Sunday we went to church, had fun with 2 of our 3 kids, and then finished up my birthday with cake. And that was pretty much it. You know, it was a great weekend. It was a good, quiet weekend, which is what I like for my birthday. I don't like a lot of plans. You know, I do what I want to do, and so that's pretty much what I do what I want to do. So anyway, so I didn't get much stitching done because we were on the road, and I wanted to see the small towns up Highway 90. It used to be the way before I-10 opened up. It was the way to get to Texas and to all these small towns, and so I just wanted to see the little towns that nobody knows about because they're dying because of the interstate. I think of the cartoon Cars, you know, once the interstate opened up, these small towns just kind of faded into oblivion. So anyway, but it was a fun drive. I love taking drives with my husband, especially in the country. So anyway, so not much stitching, but I did work on flea market flowers right here. This is part 1, and I thought that this is when it started. We did this on June 1st. Nope, she said that's when you're supposed to have it finished. So I started working on that. I was like, oh really? So I did this much. I like it. It's little chunks of flowers. I am using the Call for DMC. This is a 16 count Ada, and I believe it might be antique white or you know, something like that. But that's what I've done. Right here, I sit down and I stitch the outline and then finish, and try not to do, you know, if I had done this, I know I would have made a mistake and it would have just frustrated me. So I'm just doing little bits at a time, keeping myself busy. Normally when I stitch this at night, because it's something that once I get the outline done, I can just fill it in. I don't have to pay attention to it. And so we're watching a BBC documentary while I do this. And so this is Flea Market Flowers. So tonight I'm gonna try to finish this. I'm not gonna be on track. I mean, I haven't even finished the Rose of Serendipity yet, and that's what I think the last one is being released on the 15th of this month. There's no way. But you know, I'm still working on it. Well, I didn't work on it this week, but anyway, that's Flea Market Flowers. And we are watching a new documentary. We were watching Digging for Britain, which was really, really good. We just have a couple. No, I think we're done. I think we're done with Digging for Britain. And so we are watching, if you are interested, Britain's Hidden Villages. Can't remember the name, but anyway, it's really interesting. It's a lady guide, and she goes and she visits all these little hidden villages in the area. I think she was in Wales, maybe, the last time we watched it. It was really interesting. I love hearing the names of the towns. Very non-English, but I love the little towns. And she talks about those that have been, you know, because I asked my husband, I said, I wonder if they have ghost towns like we do. You know, but it was really interesting. Really, it's been really, really interesting. And I love learning about other countries and how they live and how they do things and their culture and just everything. It's just fascinating to me. So I worked on Old Rugged Cross. I work on this one during the day because it is a little bit more intense, except for the letters. I'll work on the letters at night if I have to, but this is what I've gotten done, the Old Rugged Cross. My husband even asked me, he said, is there going to be a cross on there? I was like, yeah, there's going to be a cross. So I'm doing all the leaves and I'm going to get all that done, and then I'll finish the letters. I mainly did these letters first, the words, so that I would know where to stop without having to count. Yeah, I know. But this is the Old Rugged Cross. And when this one is done, I'm not sure which one I'll pick up, but I do need to dye some more fabric. And this is 16 count white Aida that I dyed with Dynaflow fabrics, and the Aida is from Michaels. Just one of the little tubes of a white Aida. And that's all I stitched. But I do have something I want to show y'all. I was going through a box of my mom's, and I found this book, Christmas Mini Stocking. And inside was this right here. She had started. And this one right here. My mom loved cats. Loved them. And this one, which I thought was pretty, kind of crazy quiltish. And this one, which I don't think is finished. I need to look at the pattern and see if it is finished. So I have those. So I need to do something with those. Well, look, it is finished. That's it right there. So she did this one, this one, this one, and she started this one. So look at that. Does that scream 90s to you? So I am going to finish these somehow. I'll probably make them into little stockings, but probably not open at the top. They'll just be like a stocking ornament. Maybe even, I might even do them flat fold-ish. I'm not quite sure. But this is the book. And so my mom did these, and she had all this floss, and they're DMCs, because she's got the numbers on them. So I was like, yay, more DMC. Anyway, in fact, Friday I went to Joann's and I bought, you know, the floss was too low to advertise. It was 45 cents. And I bought all the colors I needed for the flea market flowers because I was missing several and I forgot to bring the list of which ones I was missing, so I just pulled up the whole list and bought one of each. So anyway, so that is what my mom has done, and then I have a small haul. Saturday after our drive, my husband said he had to go to the store. And so I said, well, I'm going to go to downtown and I'm going to go to the Creative Reuse store, which I did. And I picked up a couple of books. I didn't pick up a whole lot, but I picked up this right here, Machine Embroidery by DMC. It is really, really interesting book. They use the iron-ons, kind of like the Aunt Martha's iron-ons. They put it in the hoop and they essentially zigzag and fill in the areas. You drop your feed dogs like you would do for free motion. And it's kind of something I was looking at because when I get those Aunt Martha's, I was wondering if there's something I can do with my machine. Is there some way I could use my machine to do the embroidery? So I kind of bought this. It was 25 cents. I kind of bought it first of all, I love the picture. And it was just something I was like, well, let me see if maybe it's got some good instruction. And it does. It really does. And I bought this book for $1. Normally, this is not my style. But I bought it. I don't know. I liked the house. I liked the barn. I don't think I would make all of these as quilts. But today I was planning a project, which I'm going to mention in a little while, and I couldn't find a pattern that used the colors that I needed. And then I was looking at this book, getting the video ready and everything, and I was like, I could do one of these. This would be perfect. So, segue into, I am going to be following along with Log Cabin Stitcher and Prims on Greenway in their woolly friends. I'm going to put the little hashtag down at the bottom. They are basically among the stitching community, trying to bring awareness, bring a love for wool applique. I have wool, 2 packs of wool that I inherited from my mom. This is them right here. These are the colors. This is from when we had our business. They are very bright. All the wool patterns that I kept picking either had white, which I was going to do, something very Americana with the blue and the red, but I have no white. Trying not to buy anything, but I broke that rule before I made this video. But, so I think I'm going to do one of these. I'm not sure which one, but, it's like I look at it, I'm like, oh, I need green. I don't have green. Oh, I need white. I don't have white. So it's kind of an odd mix of colors right now. So I might end up doing the birdhouses, but not doing the vines going up it. So that's kind of my thought. But I'm going to follow along. This is, I believe this is real wool and not real felt, because it does have a, you can feel the weave. You can feel the warp and the weft, and you can kind of, so I'm assuming this is real wool and not wool felt. The package that it was in just said that it was 1/4 yard of each, and it was wool. So there it is. So I'm going to be doing that. Originally I wanted to do this one right here, this little flag, but like I said, I don't have white. And when I went on Amazon, they didn't have, they had white wool felt, and I was like, I didn't know if that's what I wanted to buy. So I was like, well, I'll just kind of use what I have. So I think that's what it's just a try. I do have some pearl cotton that I inherited from Mom and that I've used in different projects. But Bonnie, Log Cabin Stitcher, did say you can use floss. That was one of the questions I asked her. I said, do I have to use pearl cotton or Valdani or whatever? And she's like, no, just use what you have. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing. That is all that I have purchased. Let me see. Oh, I did pick this one. I thought this one was cute, but again, I don't have the green. There's another one that I chose. I don't have the green. Maybe I can just do the hearts. I don't know. I like the whole thing though. And I know that some of my Blackbird books have applique, which you don't have to do. You don't have to find a wool applique pattern. You can just use an applique pattern and make it out of wool. And then I have this one. But again, it has green, so it's like, you know. But I was on, okay, confession. I was on Amazon and I purchased so Moda has these bags. They're scrap bags, and usually I think I've shown them on a video before, way back when I was in my sewing room. And it's basically, you know, about 2.5, 3 inches wide. So I ordered one of those, and it did have some white and some green in it. It's a mix. So I'm hoping it has white and green in it, that I can do one of these others, you know, and just kind of do with that. But I do believe, you know, they've started already. Go visit Bonnie Log Cabin Stitcher and Prims on Greenway, and they have all the information if you want to try wool. And you can get wool felt. Bonnie talks about that a lot. Ooh, sorry, got hair in my eye. Bonnie talks about that a lot. And, you know, just different ways that you can... Hold on. Okay, I think I got it out my eye. Ooh, that was bothering me. Anyway, go check out Bonnie Log Cabin Stitcher and Prims on Greenway. And I think it's called Woolly Friends or something like that. And they have a lot of information, a lot of good information. I don't have any books on wool. There is one that my Joann's has, and I think I might run by and go get that one today. You know, just to get some pointers. More than likely, I will use a felt back or a cotton back for mine, just because, you know, it depends on what project I do. So anyway, so today's, like I said, my husband's last day of school. Summer will officially start tomorrow for him, and I do not know how many times I will be filming. I do know that I'll probably film next Tuesday. I'm going to try to get him to play golf on Tuesdays, but I think usually the guys that he plays golf with either play on Saturdays or Thursdays. So I might just scooch him out the house and tell him to go weed the flower beds or something so I can make my video. Or I might just end up back in my sewing room during the summer. But I do know that I will film next week, but the week after next, I will not. We are driving up to Nashville. I'm so excited. I get to see my son. I have not seen him since Christmas. I miss him terribly. He texts me every day, so it's not like, you know, I haven't heard from him, but I have not seen his face. The last time he showed me his face was when his then girlfriend said yes and became his fiance. He sent me a picture of the two of them. And so I am thrilled. We are taking up boxes of books, and we are going to McKay's. If you were ever in Nashville, and I think Chattanooga and Knoxville also have a McKay's, go. I'm going to be looking for some books. I know my son will be looking for video games. My other son has given me a list of video games that he wants. And so I will be bringing a ton of my mom's books that I won't use and read, and we will be selling them, and some DVDs and whatnot. And they buy all that and get great credit, and you buy other people's books they don't want anymore. It's a great store. But I'm going to be looking for some cross-stitch and quilting books. But I'm very excited about going to see this guy. This little boy, y'all. That's my grand dog. That's Gotti. My son has 3 dogs. I tell people we have 4 grand dogs and we have custody of 3. But this is Gotti. And one day I will tell you his story about how he was lost for 51 days and we found him. God had brought him back to my son. It was truly a miracle. It was a miracle how we found him. I was crying. My son was teary. It was just this boy. I love this dog. He's just this, look at him. He ripped that head off of his toy. But I was looking at a cross stitch magazine. I think it was cross stitching magazine that I had, and they had this pattern right here. And so I printed it up and I told my husband, I said, it looks like Gotti. I said, if I just, you know, make this part white and make his little leg white. And so I am going to stitch this for my son on the way up to Nashville. I will bring some stitching, but I'm going to try to stitch this. It's a small stitch. It's 25 by 35. It's very small. but I'm gonna stitch that because, oh my goodness, y'all, how can you not love this little guy? He's just the best dog, big-headed, big butt. His name is Gotti, and my daughter calls him Gigi, so I just call him G. Hey G, how's it going? And I'm going to see my dog. I told my son, I asked him, I said, am I gonna get to see Gotti? He's like, Mom. I'm like, please, I gotta go see Gotti. I missed him so much. In fact, when he put me on speakerphone once, and Gotti was like, so anyway, but I miss my dog. Anyway, that is the end of this video. Like I said, it was my birthday weekend, so I didn't get a whole lot done. And with the anniversary of my mom's passing, I kind of binged watched. I binged watched When Calls the Heart. If y'all don't watch it, y'all, I'm gonna go on my rant about When Calls the Heart. I started watching it when we first moved back. I binge watched the 5 seasons that I had missed because where we lived, we didn't have good cable and internet, and so I wasn't able to watch it. And so I binge watched it, fell in love with it. Then of course, you know, if you haven't watched it, I'm not gonna say, but anyway, so then she's in this weird quandary of, she stressed me out. Let me just put it to you that way. So I stopped watching it, but I still recorded them because I wanted to see what her decision ended up being. And she made the right decision in my mind. I know a lot of people were upset, but I'm like, sorry, that was the right decision. And so when I found out that she made the right decision in my mind, I binge watched this last season. So that is what I did this week. I did not stitch. I sat down and I ate cake and stuff I wasn't supposed to eat. So I need to go back to my clean eating. And I binge watched When Calls the Heart. So anyway, if you're not into When Calls the Heart, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm not going to give away the premise of the TV show. It's good. It's kind of hokey. It's Hallmark. I mean, you know, it's Hallmark. It's Hallmark. So it's kind of very, you know, cheesy in that way. But I read the books. I read Janet Oakey's books back when I was in high school and a young adult. And so I've always loved her books. And I love the, you know, I think it's Love Comes Softly books, which somebody told me I need to watch. My dad's wife told me I need to watch the movie. So I might binge those soon. But anyway, they're just, you know, they're hokey. I've been told you watch those movies because you're not satisfied in your marriage. And my husband's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm watching movies because I'm not satisfied with you. And he just laughs and laughs. But anyway, you gotta watch them. They're fun. If you're into hokey romances, I'm not normally, but I like this TV show. So watch it if you're into that kind of stuff. But I like her decision. If you don't like her decision, I'm sorry, but made me happy, and I went and binge watched those this week. So that's why I didn't get any stitching done, because I had to focus on this show, you know. But I'm back to stitching. I'm back to eating clean. I am back to summer starts, so I don't know about the eating clean. We'll probably usually, you know, we're going a lot. So anyway, thank you for dropping by. I am going to include some pictures of our drive down Highway 90 through some small, obscure towns in Louisiana. And it ended at my dad's store in Lake Charles. He has stores all over Louisiana and a couple in Houston, a couple in Texas. And so I took a picture. My goal is to get a picture of me in front of all of our stores. Lake Charles was a new building. I'm upset because I didn't get one in front of the old building because thanks to Laura, the old building was wiped clean, and so it's a new building, new sign. And so, you know, it ended with me taking a picture in front of that store. And so I'm going to include pictures of our drive and of our small town, Louisiana. And I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope to see y'all next week. And until then, I'll see y'all later. Bye.